friends, it's Kelly, and I'm back with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, day 13, and this sketch is from Laura Moss. And I love this sketch. I'm using 49 and Market products, and I am using mainly things that come from the Mango and the Teal collection. I'm also pulling in some tickets, some Nuvo Mica Mist, and these film strips that I've recently purchased. They're also 49 in Market. So this layout, I was feeling like I wanted to do some mixed media. So I pulled out my Tim Holtz stencil, and I pulled out some Distress Oxide inks and just went to town stenciling and playing, and just this was a lot of fun to create. Sorry, I'm very hoarse right now. All right, so I just cleaned off my stencil, and then I pulled out my rub-ons and just started playing. I didn't try to rub it on perfectly or the way that it shows, the way that it is made. I just rubbed it on quickly and just to give a little bit of background interest and texture. And then I'm going to add these frames. I kind of had to piece them together to make them a full, to go across the entire layout. But before I do that, I wanted to add a little bit more under there before I put the stencils down, which I just added some of that mica mist from Nuvo. And then I feel like I needed a little bit of this blue color. And I'm feeling like, okay, that is enough before it gets too busy. But a whole lot of this ends up getting covered up, which is the way when you're doing mixed media, a lot of things get covered up. It's just the way it goes, especially when you like to layer and things like I do. So I try not to get too attached to anything because I know I will probably end up changing it at some point. So I love, love, love these rub-ons. These are probably the best rub-ons I've ever purchased just because they just come off so easily. So I'm feeling like I need a little more teal. And what I'm going to do is that kind of orange or mango colored paper I'm going to mount onto this teal color. Number one, to give it more stability. And number two, I like that pop of the teal around the edges. I think it really makes the layout pop. And I'm adding a whole lot of adhesive. I don't normally add that much, but the paper was buckling just a little bit because I had used some wet media on it. So that just helps to make sure that it is secure and flat. So I had just cut that film strip completely in half, and then I'm going to add it on either side of the layout, top and bottom. And here I am adding more rub-ons, and I like these words. Just gives it a little bit of texture and dimension without a whole lot of bulk. So these photos are of my oldest daughter, Andrea, and her new horse, Buddy. And so whenever I first looked at these, I wouldn't have thought, oh, I'm going to use 49 and Market. I was actually thinking of using a simple stories collection that is like a Western theme. But I thought, you know what? This is nature. This is outdoors. This, I feel like this goes perfectly. And I love how it ends up. I love how this turned out. This is 49 and Market is one of my favorite manufacturers, and I just, anytime I do a layout with their products, I'm always happy. I thought about using these envelopes that came in an ephemera pack to layer behind that, and then I thought, not my favorite product from them. I just, you can't really, it's so thick and heavy. It's not even like a real envelope. Like, it's supposed to be like a fake old vintage envelope, but just don't love it. Not for this anyway. I'm sure there are ways to use it to make it look like what it is, but I just wasn't feeling it with this layout. So I did use it, but just to map my photos with. So I know I want the horse up there because he is in a landscape format, and then the two pictures with my daughter in it, they are in portrait orientation. So I felt like they looked better together, and then the the landscape orientated photo looked better on top. So I'm just gonna here I'm just adding some layers to these tickets. I wanted a pop of that blue behind the photo of the horse, just to bring in some of that blue, because there's a lot of blue in the photo below from the sky. And then I just start adding a whole lot of layers behind this. And there's not a lot I need to say about the rest of this. I feel like I've said all that there is to say, and the rest of my words would just be rambling. So I'm going to put on music from here on out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Be sure to go check out all the other people who are participating in this hop. There is a playlist below. Thank you for being here.